It's just so quiet and peaceful in the morning. It's the best time of day to be on the water. Everything's quiet. Things are just waking up. The birds are waking up. The critters are waking up. Some days the bathrooms are easy. Some days they're not.
Jerry Christensen has a job perhaps few folks would want. Every week of the spring and summer, he cleans 13 outhouses along the Deschutes River.
Some are pit toilets, some are composters, and we just need to get down here, and the only way to do it is with a boat.
The Deschutes is perhaps Oregon's most popular river for recreation, loved by rafters and anglers alike. Jerry deliberately picks quiet midweek Wednesdays to run this 40-mile section of the lower Deschutes. But come on a typical summer weekend, and it's a different story. The Deschutes' popularity creates the need for Jerry's job, the weekly river trip he calls the Poo Patrol.
It's a unique place to have the bathrooms down here on a river, because any other river, it's pack it in, pack it out. And it's the only river in the state that regularly maintains bathrooms along the way.
Jerry's reputation has grown along the river, and it has a lot to do with his signature choice of toilet paper.
I was a heavy user of the river down here, and I never really appreciated one-ply paper. Sensitive, you know. So as soon as I got the contract, that was the first thing I did. And people picked up on it right away. Within the first couple months, I pulled into a campsite, and the guy hauling gear sees me come around, and he just stands up in his boat, looks at me and goes, "Two-ply!" And I just started laughing. The people in my boat started laughing, and it stuck. All the guides know me. There's 100 of them. There's one of me, and they're always happy to see me.
There's nobody more known down here than Two-Ply, than Jerry. Because he, you know, some people make people upset and some don't, but he makes everybody happy. He kind of keeps the world going round and round down here. And because of him, it's a better, cleaner place.
Cleaning outhouses every week can be monotonous and even lonely work. And Jerry has 2 front seats in his boat. He likes to fill those with old friends and new. On this trip, Jerry's guests are Jan and John. While Jerry goes to scrub the outhouses, John gets to do some fishing.
As the guest of Two-Ply, we make 13 stops. There's good fishing water at all 13 of them.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet to just chill out in the boat while Jerry's up there cleaning.
We just make a day of it. And I spend 3 or 4 hours cleaning bathrooms, 6 or 7 hours having fun on the river.
Jerry's guests get to ride in the handcrafted wooden drift boat that he built, through the high desert scenery and fun rapids that have made the Deschutes River so popular. And Jerry gets to use the Poo Patrol as a way to share his passion for the river that has been part of his life for more than 20 years.
I mean, this year I'll probably take, the 30 trips, I'll take 40 or 50 people.
For Jerry, it's just every week with a new guest has just got to be so entertaining. And, people don't understand how awesome this canyon is until they get down. It's like, oh, the Deschutes, yeah. But, we're not in the Grand Canyon, obviously, but this is pretty grand for Oregon, so it's pretty awesome.
His skills at the oars and his intimate knowledge of the rapids have proven a Poo Patrol job requirement.
We're gonna get real close to this rock on the right. When I got this contract from the BLM, I'd already spent 15 years on the water, and 10 years of that was in that boat. when we roll into the upper part of Whitehorse, there's always a couple of really deep breaths because it's tight in there. And that's where people have problems. And if they have a problem, that's not a place to swim. The old BLM contract that had this before me, they had a rough season. And when I came down on a steelhead trip in October, happened to see a boat upside down in the middle of Whitehorse, and the BLM contract sign was on the side of it. And that's when I decided that I could give them a call because I have a feeling that contract might be open. Sure enough, it was.
The traditional pit toilets along the Pooh Patrol route can be emptied every year or two. But parts of the river are so inaccessible that human waste cannot be removed and must be treated on site.
Oh boy.
Newer composting toilets solve this problem, but they require more routine labor to make them work.
This is the first of the composters that we're coming to. This one gets loved to death. It's gonna be good. Well, when I left it, there were 16 rolls of toilet paper here, of which now there are none. And I bet the poo's just right up in there. Only one way to find out. Oh yeah, that's super. 500 people is what they allow on this river per day between Warm Springs and Harpham Flats. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of use. I came down here one time and it was full to the top.
Speaking of volume, the average person would visit one of Jerry's outhouses once a day to do their business and deposit less than a pound of poo. But with as many as 500 visitors to the river in a single day, that can add up to more than 400 pounds. And that adds up to more than a ton a week. And that's a lot of poo that otherwise might pollute camp areas and the river itself.
Now's when I really earn the money. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Oh man. This is the composter. It's got 3 different stages down below. The upper one, the middle one, and then they drop it to the bottom one. I asked him what that stuff looks like. And they says, well, it looks like that black gold you get at Home Depot. So they work. It's just this one is taxed. Voila. You see the river change over years? People change. The seasons change. Beginning of the season, everything down here is green. By the end of the season, everything's brown. It's a magical place. This river runs through the middle of the desert, and it's just a green stripe running through it. It just feeds the soul. You can't really go faster, can't really go slower. The river sets the pace. I care about this river. I want it to keep going. And my goal is to keep doing it as long as the contract is there and it doesn't get much worse than it is now. I'm all in until I can't do it anymore. And that'll be a sad day for everybody else.
Great people just doing their thing in their own Northwesty way. We love bringing you stories like this. Support what you love. opb.org/video.